I am enjoying sketching right here and now, for better or for worse.
I think plein air painting is especially maybe meditative. This is a good way to express yourself and be doing something creative. Outdoors, what more could you ask for?
It's pleasure. Very relaxing, extremely relaxing, and just a delight. I like to time things to 25 minutes. If it's a bomb at 20 minutes, it is just delightful to walk away. If it's good, then you finish it.
I'm working on a watercolor painting of the bench and the pots. I like the color and the way it's set up. I mean, you don't always get something you really love, but yeah.
I did watercolor off and on because, you raise a family. Back into the 70s, 60s actually, long time.
Well, it's something I started when I was very young, and so once I stopped working, then I wanted to start painting again.
They've always wanted to do it, and they've never had the time because of work, family, whatever was going on. So they've been waiting. When the time comes that they have the opportunity, they want to do it.
Painting by yourself isn't very fun. And I don't know, sometimes it's probably not very safe. So it's good to have a group. And so the Watercolor Guild offers different groups, and they also offered some social opportunities, I think. There's some very good watercolor painters, but it's not really very intimidating.
It's a great place to get with other people who are already in art, see what they're doing, get inspired. They have a gallery. You can be in the gallery and improve. That's done. And a minute ago, this section was too strong and jumped out at you, and now it's all right. It's back in there where it ought to be.
I wanted to express myself, and as I retired, I decided that that was the area that I was going to go into. Controlling watercolor is like herding cats. It is different. It's actually surprising in many of its characteristics. If you start into watercolor and you are new to it, is surprising and a bit frustrating because it is difficult to manage. If you want to advance yourself and advance your skills, you really do have to be serious about it and be devoted to it. So daily painting is a good way to do that.
This is a practice painting. This is actually a study for a real painting. I call my paintings applied chaos most of the time. You start out with an image and a goal, and then as the paint moves over the paper, one is constantly adapting to that. When I get done, this is supposed to look like snow and fields. I'm trying to get the right color here, so I have to add a little red. Wet on wet is painting with the paper really saturated with water. The main challenge is knowing how much water and how much paint you can use. As you can see, the water will run down, the paint runs down, and you have to know how much of that you want to have happen.
You can paint different ways with watercolor. If you paint a dry brush effect, you're getting more of the acrylic type of movement where you actually can do a little bit more to make that paint go the places that you want it to go.
I got a drop of water on damp paper and it pushed the paint away, so I have what we call a cauliflower.
All right. The
Yeah.
mommy just blew.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, the group is great. Actually, this watercolor group is the most welcoming, the most accepting, the most supporting, the most fun of any group I've been involved with.
Well, congratulations.
So I know. And I don't mean just these people here, but our general membership. You go to a meeting and everybody's talking to everybody else and introducing themselves and sharing information about what they're doing, where they're painting and stuff. I think it's a great group. It's really a wonderful community. Everybody's trying to get better and everybody wants to get their painting juried into a show. So there's a little competition edge because we all want to get in, but everybody's also really supportive of whoever got in.
We've gone up and down just a little bit. It's stayed around 300 to 400 members for the last, I'd say, close to 10 years. Southern Arizona Watercolor Guild is just celebrating 50 years, and we're very proud of that. We started out in 1967, just a group of artists getting together because they liked watercolor. It advanced from there. So over the years, we became incorporated in 1981. So we are a nonprofit, and as such, we promote education. I think it's something that we can be extremely proud of, because you don't see groups that have been around for 50 years or more in a community, certainly of this size. But the fun thing about watercolor is actually taking the watercolor from your brain through your hand and putting it on paper and see it change.